Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. Now, those of you that have been with the channel throughout 2022 know one of my favourite skincare products on planet Earth is this, the Ordinary Argireline Solution. Now, I've been using this for my fine lines and wrinkles for years, and I've always got really good results. Up until recently, a lot of the results from this product were anecdotal. People shared experiences, but now there's a whole suite of new data that shows just how effective this can be when it comes to anti-aging. With that data though comes some caveats for how best to use it to get maximum performance and benefits, and that's really what I want to share with you in today's video. I'm going to break it apart and share with you the 5 best ways to maximize the performance of this powerful peptide. So sit back, relax, let's start boosting the Ordinary Argireline. Now, before we get into this video, I would love to know your own experiences with the Ordinary Argireline Solution or peptides in general, so sound off in the comments section below and let me know. I want to get this message out there loud and clear because I know so many people use this in their skincare routine and I want everyone to use it correctly in order to maximise the benefits that you're going to see. The best way to help me to achieve that is by reaching down and giving this video a thumbs up and a like. The more likes the video gets, the more widely the YouTube algorithm will push it on its platform, and so it's just a wonderful way of making sure anyone that uses this product has heard how to maximise the benefits and get it to work just that little bit harder in your skincare routine. Now, I want to keep this short, sharp and to the point, so should we just cut that waffle and delve straight on in? So tip number 1 for maximising the performance of Argireline is don't necessarily reach for the Ordinary. Now, if you're on a budget and you want to do skincare without it costing the earth, then the Ordinary is beautifully affordable and their formulations are fantastic. I personally use the Ordinary Argireline day in, day out in my own skincare routine, but this is a peptide that's growing in popularity and we now have a broader range of different skincare products that contain it. This is fabulous because I'm a big advocate of consumer choice, and different serums will offer different additional benefits than just the standalone Argireline that you're getting from the Ordinary. If you want to streamline your skincare routine, maybe get some added ingredients alongside that peptide, there are some other options on the market and not all of them are that bougie and expensive. I covered some of my favourite alternatives to the Ordinary Argireline in a recent video that I'm going to leave a link to up there. Definitely want to check out after this because of course different textures will work better on different skin types, and it might be the case that you want to have an all-encompassing serum that the Ordinary just can't offer. When it comes to Argireline, make sure that you explore the market and choose the best one for your skin's needs and of course your budget. Now, my second tip is to try the double application method. This is something I actually developed in my own skincare routine through trial and error over the years, and I find it works best for me. This is where you take a couple of drops of the Argireline solution and apply it directly to areas of fine lines and wrinkles. For me, this is the 11s lines, the crow's feet, and of course the laughter lines. I let that sink in for like 30 seconds and I'll go with another application across the whole face. I find that this gives the best results because it's targeting those areas where you already have fine lines and wrinkles with like a double dose of this fabulous ingredient, but you're also getting the benefits across the face as well. I'll take it onto the neck. Don't forget, the neck needs some anti-aging love too, and I find this like 2-step process delivers you the very best outcomes. If you want to take it to the next step and you want to combine the Ordinary Matrixyl, which is another wonderful anti-aging peptide that I always recommend using alongside the Argireline solution, I would add that in at that second step. So standalone Argireline in the first instance, then an application of the Argireline and Matrixyl across the rest of the face. I explained how to do this in more detail in a recent video, which I'll leave a link to up there. Again, great one to check out after this. But for me, that 2-stage process delivers you the maximum results and you're not using a whole lot of extra product. Now, tip number 3 comes directly from those studies which I said have taken place on Argireline as a skincare ingredient. Those studies started to show just how effective Argireline could be. One such study showed it decreases the depth of fine lines and wrinkles by up to 17%. Now, 17% might not sound groundbreaking, but honestly, for the price point that Argireline costs, I think this is a really, really good improvement and will be noticeable to the naked eye. Those studies though, whilst they showed a great improvement in the depth of fine lines and wrinkles, showed that one of the biggest challenges that Argireline faces is its ability to penetrate into the skin. You can offset that by making sure it's going first up in your skincare routine. You don't want this powerful peptide to have to fight through any other serums, oils, occlusives that you put on the skin. So cleanse the skin, and then whilst the skin is still slightly damp, follow directly afterwards with your Argireline solution of choice. This way it's getting the closest contact possible with the skin, which will enhance that penetration. The fact you're already putting it on damp skin will aid it because again, most Argireline solutions are water-based, and water-based serums always penetrate better on damp skin. This will just get around some of the limitations with the ingredient's ability to penetrate into the skin, and whilst it won't eliminate that problem completely, these studies have definitely shown that that will help. It's something that I always recommend. Now, tip number 4 is to apply it both morning and evening. I think somehow, and I don't know where this came from, people believe that you can only use it in your morning skincare routine or you should limit it to once a day. Well, again, the data that's coming off these studies which I just mentioned shown that actually it has a mechanism of action for roughly 14 to 16 hours. So to maximize the benefit, you want to be using it twice a day, usually with 12 hours apart. Now, I know that not everybody measures the time and the difference between their two skincare routines, but definitely get into the habit of using it twice a day, because that again is going to double down on the benefits that you're going to see. And Argireline does now, we know, have an accumulative effect. So if you use it consistently in your skincare routine for the long term, you'll definitely start to see greater benefits as those months progress. This will give you some short-term fixes, hydration and plumping to the skin, but it's those long-term benefits that we're really after. And using it twice a day will just speed everything up. Now, finally, tip number 5 is don't let Argireline be the only peptide in your life. Whilst it's one of my personal favourites, and the data points from these scientific studies show just how effective it can be, there are so many other peptides on the market, and I think the very best performance will be delivered by blending of various different peptides together in your skincare routine. 2, 3, 4, or if you're feeling bougie, even more is the way to go when it comes to peptides. You can get multi-peptide formulations now, such as the one from The Ordinary, which I've linked in the description box below, as I will everything mentioned in today's video. Or you can buy them as standalone treatments and just layer them back to back. The Ordinary Trixel has 2 fantastic peptides in, which you can double down the benefits of the Argireline by using together. And when I came to creating my own serum, which is this, the Mad About Skin Got You Covered Super Serum, I used Argireline as the core peptide because I love it so much. But I also incorporated 2 other peptides alongside it, which again are just going to enhance the benefits that you're going to see from using any peptide in isolation. Peptides work really well on their own, but when you pair them together, they actually work as a team or as best friends and actually enhance the performance of each individual peptide. So you definitely get extra benefit using them together, and this is definitely something I'd recommend alongside the Argireline. So there you have it, guys, a rundown of 5 ways to make the Ordinary Argireline Solution just work that little bit harder in your anti-aging skincare routine. This is often termed Botox in a bottle, which, whilst the mechanism of action of Argireline is similar to that of Botox, you're not going to get that potency. However, not everybody wants to reach for injectable Botox. It's not going to meet everyone's price point or the way they want to approach their skincare routine. Don't forget though, if you have already had Botox and you're a huge fangirl of the procedure, you can still use Argireline, because those studies have actually shown that the use of Argireline extends the time between Botox treatments. With the cost of living going up and up at the moment, anything we can do to save some of our hard-earned coin has to be a good thing. So if you're a fan of the Botox, you can actually delay your next treatment by upwards of 2 or 3 months by using Argireline throughout your skincare routine. Sound off in the comments section below if you tried this and Botox at the same time. Wherever you are in the world, guys, stay safe, stay well, and love your skin. Take care. Bye.